Back to the Future too. I don't know whether you saw Marty McFly's auto-lacing shoes in that particular movie.
I only saw the first one, couldn't stand the last two.
Love them all.
I know
Great
you did.
technology. Shoes that lace themselves up and tighten themselves up. We have an inventor who has put this invention into real life use. Blake Bevin is her name, and Blake is from San Francisco. Blake, I've seen a little video of the first version of your shoes. They look fairly complicated with a little motor on the back that self-ties them, but version 2's a lot better. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good to be here.
Nike have had interest or shown interest in this particular shoe, apparently.
Yeah, apparently they just released like a patent that they filed a couple of years ago that shows they're kind of thinking along the same lines as I've been.
Have they approached you to work with you in getting this lace-up shoe on the market?
No, not at all. I think they got their own in-house team working on it.
How does it work? And why did you decide to invent this particular type of shoe where the laces tie up themselves?
Well, the first version was just like an art project in a contest, and it got a lot more popularity than I thought it would. Like, the YouTube video got 1.4 million hits in a week, and it just showed me there was a huge amount of interest in it. So I thought I'd try to finalize it and work on a version 2, which I just completed.
And have you approached Nike yourself?
No, their mechanism, from what I can tell from the patent, is going to be completely different from mine. I think it's going to be a little more efficient, and I'm just going to try to do it myself. Right now I'm trying to raise funding at Kickstarter.com.
How do yours work?
I can't really say too much, but there is like a tightening mechanism built into it with sensors that know when a foot's in the shoe and sort of tighten the laces. There's a couple of safety mechanisms so it doesn't over-tighten. It's kind of complicated, but I think the technology is getting to the point where we can miniaturize it and integrate it into a shoe. So.
A great gimmick, but from a more serious point of view, it'd be great for people that are disabled and have trouble, bending down and lacing up their own shoes.
Yeah, that was the main reason. After the first video went viral, I got a lot of emails and calls from people who said that would help them. So that was like the big goal.
How many hours have you put into it?
Oh, geez, a couple of dozen so far. It's not that much, but right now it's just focusing on funding and stuff like that. That's taking the bulk of my time, like PR.
And Blake, tell us about when you showed it to your friends. What did they think?
Oh, most of them think it's really cool. Of course, friends are going to say that, so I try to, get the opinion from other people. I work in a hotel, so occasionally I ask, guests, what do they think of that and stuff like that. And the opinion's been really good so far.
You sound a really modest person, but, just why did you start on it? What was the lightning rod that you said, yeah, look, I think I'll just start on this and just see how far it takes me?
It's just I grew up with sci-fi movies. Back to the Future is one of my favorites, and it's just we don't have our jetpacks, we don't have our flying cars or hoverboards. I thought maybe we could have some power laces.
I wonder, did we ever find out how they did it in the movie? Was it through?
Yeah, it was a special effect actually. When the shoe was put on the ground, that was like a fake platform, and there was actually like a stagehand underneath it that like physically pulled the laces shut.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you've gone
mine's a little more compact.
Yeah, you've gone one better. You've actually designed the shoes that actually work and lace themselves up.
And Blake, we've seen the YouTube video, and good luck. And obviously, there's going to be some hot competition for these self-lacing or the self-laces for people's shoes. But I have to ask you this: Darren and I disagree about the merits of Back to the Future. I like Back to the Future 1. I reckon the other two I cannot stand at all. Darren reckons they're 3 of the greatest movies ever made. Where do you sit on it?
Definitely the first one's a classic. The other two, it's part of the mythos, so, I have to go with them. They're not as strong as the first century, but definitely the first one and the third one are some of the greatest movies ever made.